I'm sure that by the time I post this video, that there'll be a response, and they're just taking forever to process my videos on YouTube and stuff. So whatever. But anyway, I came on stream. Somebody said, "Watch this video about Dad." All I know is that this guy boxed. Maybe was it AB or something in Creator Clash or something like that, or he boxed somebody. He did a fight thing. Yeah, I think it's AB. We're missing C, but we got D for Dad right here. How funny am I tonight? How funny am I? But let's see. I guess this is about Ethan. What's up?
Start by letting everyone know that last night I talked to AB on the phone.
Okay.
And everything is fine with us. I apologize to him. I feel horrible. I feel really bad, and genuinely and sincerely apologize for talking about his training when I was ranting there night on my stream.
What did he say? I'm not understanding. What is it that he said on his stream when he was ranting about his training? It
has nothing to do with anything. I shouldn't have even gone into his training. It was just stupid, and I apologize.
Okay.
I was drinking, and it just went off on a rant, and it was stupid. So
yeah, I guess I've been there, where you just start to kind of talk about your feels on stream. It's like a weird thing to stream, I can kind of get that. But what is it that he said that was the problem?
So, sorry again to AB, but I did talk to him, and we're all good.
Okay.
Last year, before AB and I were even publicly announced as opponents, there was a bit that the crew agreed on with me, and Ethan turned it into me clout chasing and said stuff that felt of the show, and that wasn't the bit at all. And I was like, what's happening here? And it felt to me like I got sideswiped, and I felt like it didn't go as planned. I was like, okay, yeah. So I just kind of rolled with it. And I was like, I guess this is it now. Dad's the enemy, and no one understands why, but
oh yeah, didn't Joe Rogan actually think he was fighting his son and he cried about it? Yeah, he thought that this guy was actually, I think, AB's dad, and then he got upset that they were actually having a real fight. What is it I don't understand exactly what's happening. They were supposed to do like a collaboration, and then Ethan claimed that he was clout chasing. Okay.
I had to be his enemy. So it was just surprising. Ultimately, what I'm trying to say is it was surprising for me that happened. And I was like, okay, I don't really get this. And there was like bad communication or no communication at all between me and Ethan. And that's sort of what started everything and started adding and piling on to how I now feel.
Okay.
Throughout this whole thing, the jokes Ethan has been making feel like real life digs on me. And
like what jokes? What's like some of the context? Ethan said Dad was cheating and played dirty, even though it was a clean match. Oh, does anybody actually believe he was serious? I guess I'd have to see the clips, but I'm not going to dig around for that because this doesn't seem that important. It seems like a personal frustration with Ethan, which is fine. I mean, he's probably a penis head. Ethan did a rant yesterday about this. Where's the Ethan rant? Can you show that to me?
It's just hard for me on my end, just being slammed all day, saying real life stuff about my actual career and my personal life. I'm talking as Dadbot, and I'm saying I'm going to dig AB's grave, and I have the quantum fist, and I'm in another dimension, and I'm programmed to obliterate. This is the trash talking I'm doing. But like when you had Anthony Fantano on the show, he's saying stuff like Dad has dead girlfriend energy, and he's referencing Siobhan, my girlfriend who did pass away.
Is that what this is?
So I'm looking forward to getting through all that. But
is this the drama?
Listen, I so don't want to do this, but I feel that it's getting to the point where I have to. And I've tried my best to avoid having to talk about this, and I'm not kidding.
Is this like real, or is he memeing?
There was a post on the subreddit. I just said erase it because if I have to talk about this, Dad is going to look like a fucking idiot.
Talk about the allegations!
Dad has been popping off about me and AB. Just like for no damn reason. And I don't understand what is wrong with this guy.
AB.
This is very long, so I'm going to finish Dad's video first.
Way. And I was like, this is the joke? You're saying I have dead girlfriend energy? And he just kept saying it the way he said it. Was just throwing it out there. It was very casual.
Wait, hold on. I think I missed.
He passed away. Saying stuff like Dad has dead girlfriend energy. And he's referencing Siobhan, my girlfriend who did pass away.
Oh, that's horrible. Why would he do that?
And I was like, this is the joke? You're saying I have dead girlfriend energy? And he just kept saying it the way he said it. Was just throwing it out there.
Well, I feel like that's not something he would joke about.
It was very casual the way he was saying it. And I felt it was kind of insensitive because, like, imagine this was flipped. And
well, I mean, I just feel like you shouldn't be joking about somebody's dead partner or any dead person, except for, I guess, Hitler. That's okay. But
I said something, and
we'll have to see what Ethan says in his thing.
Something like this happened to him, and I said anything, like I would get torn apart on the internet. But like, it's just throwing it away like that, saying calling her my dead girlfriend, and it was really sad to me. now feeling regarding this whole interaction.
Yeah,
Last year was
that makes sense.
pretty lousy because Siobhan was brought up again, and people said really unfair, untrue,
How did Dad cheat, to be fair? Why do you say that? What are you talking about?
straight up lies about me, and brought her up, and it was so hard for me to read. I got so mad and so upset.
Yeah, you can make jokes about Stalin too. I give you permission.
It was on the Reddit, and I was like, dang, dude, what am I doing in this world? Like, I was so upset, and I wanted it to have nothing to do with this at all anymore.
You don't think Ethan knew? Well, then why would he be saying dead girlfriend energy? Dad told Ethan about his girlfriend and cried whilst talking to him about it.
I got over it, moved past it, and now it's just coming back up. So all that stuff that was said last year is still in my head. So when I walk away from all of this whole interaction, it's like nothing good happened for me. This was just misery for me the whole way through. The last thing is the night of the fight, and the crew's reaction was super sad to me, super disheartening, because they were saying really harsh things about me, saying I'm a dirty fighter. I still get those comments because they say something, it sticks. Because people don't see every episode, they see that, and then I just keep getting these comments, and now that's just out there in the world. People think I'm a dirty fighter, and that was like, oh my god, this is like, you can't just say these things. And the crew, no one stood up for me and defended me, and I was just like hurt by everyone. And then I know the next day Ethan 180'd and said, no, we love Dad. But then even when he was saying that, he had to end his sentence with another dig. And he said, let's get Dad to call in on the show. He's got nothing to do, right? And he laughed and said it again. He's like, he's got nothing going on. It's like, dude, what the heck, man? Like, he had to end it like that.
Ethan once had Dad calling in and asked Dad about his girlfriend passing away, and Dad chose not to talk about it, so Ethan knows. Oh, yeah, okay, so Ethan does know. Why are some people saying that he doesn't?
So to wrap all of this up, I just want to say, I don't know if Ethan knows. Hopefully he does know after, if he even sees this, like how much backlash and negativity I get from even his little jabs and comments. And I've never been involved in drama before. Like, this is the first time I've ever been involved in any drama. And it's been really, this whole thing has been so depressing, and it built to me just getting drunk on stream and rambling and saying how I felt. And I apologize to AB. Me going off about his training had nothing to do with anything, and I sincerely apologize for that. But I felt horrible this whole year and last year, and I know no one's intending to be mean. Truly, I can't.
Well, I don't know. Ethan seems to have a bit of a mean streak, so
think that's actually happening. So I am totally done. I know they're done. I have no ill feelings to anyone. Never did. I don't ever argue. I don't feel I have enemies, and I apologize to anyone on the crew if I've done or said anything that's made anyone feel bad. This is a really weird world for me to be in, making a video like this, and I apologize for everything. It's truly over. We'll chalk it up to it's a horrible case of miscommunication, and let's just get it over with. Thank you for listening.
Okay, so this came after Ethan talked about his shit yesterday, I guess. So I guess we'll watch this episode. We'll finish this part out.
That guy.
Yeah, what could be wrong with that guy?
And like,
Oh, I think that meme is because there was a video Dad made, I believe, where he said AB's name like 1 million times or something.
I don't want to go in on him too hard, and I don't want anyone to give him a hard time. But you know how it is with when it comes to things about me, is that there's so many people that hate me on the internet. When something like this happens and Dad starts saying all this shit about how we made him cry, and he just cried a lot. And no, he said, I don't know. He's saying that we're super mean and that we sabotaged him and that I'm a bad person and stuff. That people take it and run with it and build all this whole crazy narrative. So my policy on all these things, since years ago, when the whole internet turned on me, when Keemstar made this whole propaganda campaign, is to always address this stuff. When it
sure, I guess. I'm so sorry. I got some congestion. I think that's an interesting comment about people always coming after him. And I think that it can be a very toxic... I've been there, guys, because I've been famous on TikTok before. It gets into... it's a very toxic habit to chalk all of the criticism that's leveraged against you as just people hating on you. Because it absolutely does happen on the internets, right? There are people who will take stories from you, they'll run with it. There are people in particular who aren't very non-credible. For some reason, people still listen to them, but that's their mental issue, I guess. But if you get into this habit of thinking that everything that ever happens to you is just people hating on you and it's unjustifiable, then you're probably gonna that's not a good thing to do, because you're not gonna listen to criticism. You know, the biggest thing that you need to do is, especially if you need to find somebody in the real world that can help you cut through the criticism. You know, there are people who criticize me sometimes and they'll be disproportionate. Right? And then like your first habit or your first reaction is to be like, okay, they're just being stupid, I don't have to care. But sometimes you got to sit on what they say for a little bit and go like, okay, in this hyperbolic criticism of me, is there something that rings true? And, you know, for me, it helps that I have my wife, so I can talk to her about that, and then she can give me feedback, and I go, okay. The problem too, though, is that, so you don't want to get into the habit of saying no to every criticism, even if it's disproportionate. You want to try to be like a little bit introspective. But then also, bro, I'm crazy tonight with the mucus. Also, I think that something that's very vital is having a grounding in, like, from a real life person. And everybody that Ethan works with, obviously, has internet brain. Like, I have internet brain. And without somebody that's like rooted in the real world, like for instance, like my wife, she's like a normal person that doesn't particularly care for internet stuff, and she works a real job. You know, it's easier for her to not have internet brain. And so I wonder how much, like, you know, whatever filter or support system he has, I wonder if it's proper enough to have him actually, you know, listen to some criticism and to be like, oh, you know, this might have been too far, this might have been too much. But instead, it seems like he just says everything is always just chalked up to, you know, misinformation, blah, 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 and doesn't take any real criticism.
Comes up before it turns into a thing.
Yeah, and I just want to say I was very disappointed when I saw this. It hurt because I always, you know, I consider Dad to be a close friend. I still do. So this was very surprising to see.
Wow, your dad.
I literally just put out a video prior to seeing these clips saying nothing but good things about Dad.
Yeah, I mean, me too. Well,
Yeah.
I know we got a little caught up in the moment. I admit that. But when we came back,
but you saying getting caught up in the moment, it sounds like you were really going in on him a little too hard, you know. And then it sounds like he got caught up in the moment, as he says, and then he like reeled it back in. But sometimes that shit sticks, and let me tell you, any audience of a lot of people can be real pieces of shit. So it's what Dad said, which makes sense to me, is that they said some pretty mean things about him. Apparently, Ethan joked about his girlfriend dying, which is such a good A1 play there, buddy. And then the next stream, they're like, oh, guys, we're just kind of LOLing, kidding around. Like, we kind of messed up. And it's like, okay, but how much value does that have in there? You've already kind of planted the seed into people's heads, you know? Hey, what's going on, Damien? How you doing, brother? You know? So.
we gave him all the love. I made a tweet about him. I invited him on the show. He said no, which again.
Yeah, I don't know if I'd want to either.
He really. Okay, where do I start with this? Yeah, there's been a few posts on the subreddit, people being like, yo, what's the deal with Dad?
Yeah, but I can understand why he want to bother engaging with you. Not everybody wants to be the center of negative attention and stress all the time and feel like they have to defend, you know, everything constantly. Yeah, I heard Jenny Springer passed away.
Let me start with...
Well, good thing we have the new Jerry
Let's start
Springer.
with this one about AB, which I thought was so out of pocket. And I'm not, the reason we're only talking about this at all is because of the shit he said about me that's pretty wild. But here's Dad talking about AB after the fight. Or this is from the same stream. Here it is. Let's take a look.
Partners purposely don't go super hard because they're protecting you, so you're training. You don't want to get knocked out before your fight. So AB's punches were the hardest I experienced, but after he punched me, I was like, oh, this is nothing. I can take these all night. That's why I took them and just worked on his body. But I think he would have punched harder if his form was better. He was throwing straight up windmills.
Dude, that's so fucking, that's like so corny, bro.
I guess. I mean, not as bad as joking about someone's, are you fucking me? Not as bad as joking about somebody's, you know, dead girlfriend, but yeah, I guess so. I think it's just kind of silly. He's just calling AB weak. Isn't that kind of part of the shit talk, though? I don't know. I'm kind of hung up on this comment about his dead girlfriend a little bit, so...
To be shit talking AB, like, first of all,
you won, yeah.
That's it. You won, bro. You got the dub. You're gonna come out and like shit on your opponent, who, by the way, trained super hard. And by the way, dude, as tough as you want to act, your ass was scared as shit.
Yeah, and it seemed like almost a constructive criticism, because he also mentioned that, like, oh, he was throwing, like, what does he say, haymakers or whatever. It sounded like he was criticizing the way he punches and that he just needed more training. It didn't sound like he was trying to, like, rub the wound in. It sounded like he was talking to people, and he's like, yeah, his punches kind of sucked, but his technique also kind of sucked. No, his technique also kind of sucks, you know?
Yeah, we all saw you getting your ass beat out there in that first round.
And people who are saying this is a bit, I messaged him myself yesterday, responded to me saying same thing and saying that it came from a place of him being upset that he trained so hard and I didn't. And I don't like I couldn't believe what I was hearing. Like that
AB trained
so much. I went through hell. And I was okay with the loss, you know, but hearing shit like this, when I initially heard it, Lena was live on stream. That's when someone sent it to me, and I was like, "All right, let's go to a gym this week and let's spar, Dad. If you want to have a camera, it's up to you. I don't give a fuck if you want to do it or not." But after seeing more of this, like that was when I thought he was just talking about me. But seeing him talk about Ethan and everything too, I was just like, "All right, I'm not getting involved in this because it's never gonna end." But
this is not a bit.
Yeah.
In fact, when it is a bit, he says it's not a bit.
Yeah.
You guys remember he got all butthurt about the chair thing, which he continues to bring up.
What is the chair
thing? Here,
let's
continue about the AB thing.
What's the chair thing? Does anybody know?
There's more than a bit.
If he had trained, he streamed. We saw him. He streamed every day. He did a 48-hour stream 2 weeks before the fight.
Why are you bitter? You won. He sounds bitter. But first of all, that's such bullshit, bro. You can stream and train. You're not training 24 hours a day.
Well, no, I think his point though is that like if you do doing like a 2-day stream might be a little distracting. But I don't understand the context. Like, why is if he already beat him or something? Why is he offended because he trained so hard for the fight and you feel like AB didn't take it seriously? Because I guess I get that from an ego perspective, but I guess it's still kind of meany. Is that why he's upset?
The stream that he's talking about, I left twice during that stream to go work out, and I started right after I worked out.
That's awesome.
Wow.
By the way, he says you were throwing windmills. That's not true. And by the way, his form was not fucking like that amazing.
Dude, we both looked like shit. I mean, I'm just straight. Like we both. It happened. But yeah, we both looked. I wasn't used to dealing with a fighter like him, and he has a weird style as well. We both look like ass. I mean,
it's a YouTube boxing match.
Yeah,
it's not that serious.
But you know what? It makes sense that he he's saying I should have tried harder, but you won. Maybe that is why I lost. Maybe I shouldn't. Whatever you want to say, just take it. Take the win.
You won, bro.
Take the dub.
You won.
Okay.
It's not a grudge match. Damn.
When I was like in the thick of it. So I think that's why he didn't do as good.
Dad sent Ethan a chair as a peace offering and Ethan destroyed it. That's kind of funny, but okay. I'm really just harping on this dead girlfriend joke. That's really fucking me up.
He would put more effort into streaming this year leading up to the fight than he did training. I think he could have been better if he had trained as hard as I did.
Okay.
Well, to be fair, you have literally nothing going on except for this, so not as easy for him to train as hard as you, theoretically.
Okay.
Well, and to be honest, I think I trained a lot more than him too. I think he started the last few months while I was doing it long term because he was traveling and stuff. But yeah, whatever.
This claim that you didn't train is so stupid, bro. It's insulting. It's lame.
Insulting. Yeah, to a lot of
you
people.
have no idea what they're talking about. It just seems like dumb, petty drama. That's like the time filler for Ethan's podcast because he's not nothing important to talk about. Which we're right there with you. We're right there with you guys.
You trained your ass off.
Dude,
while doing a full-time job, which his ass doesn't have, by the way.
Yeah.
Okay.
I would wake up at 6 a.m., go running. I worked with Ian's coach, Michael Briggs, the whole time. And then and he would send me a new plan every Monday. And then after work, I'd go straight to the gym. And depending on when the show ended, I'd either train there for 2, maybe 2.5 hours. Yeah.
We disabled chat, by the way, because I don't want.
I just turned it off because everybody was already arguing with each other in there.
Yeah, sometimes it's better. It's better just turn it off while we talk about things like this, so it doesn't get all heated.
Okay.
But yeah, here we go.
Smart ass.
I mean, it's all hypothetical.
Definitely. Definitely. I mean, I don't know. I mean, we don't know, do we? Anything about what he did or went
No, I don't know. He never told me what he actually did training wise. But like based on his streaming schedule, and he was live all the time immediately after he'd get home from H3. There was no time for him to be training.
What the fuck, bro?
It's just
so not true.
Mm-hmm. I would never stream it before a show day either, so that's how you know that it's off.
Well, right. Well, you trained before work usually, didn't you?
No, I'd run before work, and then after work I train until the gym closes.
Yeah, he was always running out the door after the show to go to the gym for the last 6 months. It feels like.
Yeah.
You do not train twice a day every single day like I did.
Bro, you're not floating.
Well, do you need to train twice a day? Are you on gear? Like, why would you need to train that much? I mean, like, listen, I guess I just don't know, but I mean, there is such thing as overtraining, so but okay.
Mayweather, you're a washed-up YouTuber.
Damn. Why is he doing this?
I don't know. That's what's so crazy to me.
Well,
he's so.
Is this the stream where he says something about his dead girlfriend or something? Is this the response to that?
What? You won. Go ahead, Dan.
Well, I just think we should maybe take a look at the stuff where he's talking about you, because I think the stuff about you I don't think he was saying any of this about AB if he wasn't so mad at you.
Right. Okay. So let's finish this, and then we can address why he's, I guess, angry. Although it's super unfair for him to turn it on you, AB. But I don't even know if that's why he's doing it.
Yeah.
That's why I was able to take headshots for hours because that's what I trained for.
Didn't look like it, buddy.
That man was scared as shit. This man trained to get headshots for hours. Okay.
Oh, it's not in this one. Okay.
Just homies punching you in the head. Maybe that explains why your emotions are so unregulated.
Well, it must have not been that hard. If I was the hardest that ever hit.
Right. Right. I'll have you know that I had my friends punch me in the head 1,000 times a day in preparation for this fight. And it has left no lasting effects on my brain. I'm pissed off for no fucking reason.
What the fuck?
That was the gentleman who holds the world record for the most walnuts smashed with his
Oh,
forehead.
right.
Yep. I recognize that soundbite anywhere.
Thank you. All right.
Little deep cut, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you.
I don't know. It doesn't really matter ultimately. AB is doing really well on streaming. I'm happy for him. I'm very, very.
He seems jealous.
You need, yeah. Let this I forgot about this part. Yeah.
I'm glad it's going well. Neither of us are boxers. Neither of us really want to be boxers. I have a psychotic urge to win, and I will do whatever it takes to win. So I think that's why I did win.
Okay.
And AB, I don't think really has that as much because it's not that important to him, which is understandable. It shouldn't be when you're an internet entertainer.
What the hell is he playing?
What's his game? Looks kind of fire.
Yeah. I was just thinking.
What game is that? Does anyone know?
Not sure.
It looks like Ratchet and Clank.
Oh.
Is there a new one of those or something?
Shit, I didn't realize it looked so good.
Wow.
This new one?
I'm not totally positive on
No,
that.
That's the game.
I mean, he did pretty well out of Creator Clash, didn't he? Really?
Yeah, he got a ton of new viewers. He's got crazy subs.
Dude,
so it all worked out.
He's so jealous.
Oh, maybe
and
that
that's
is why
what
he's
this
making
is all
it.
about.
I don't.
Maybe that is what it's about. Maybe he's upset that he didn't get like a boost after the Creator Clash like AB did apparently. That's possible. Okay.
I don't know. This is.
I didn't even know he was trying to be a streamer.
In my video I put out yesterday, I randomly threw in the most random ass clip about him just to plug his Twitch. For no reason. I don't know. This is all so fucking bizarre to me.
Yeah, maybe he
Holy
is just
shit.
jealous. Maybe that's really what it boils down to. I mean, at the end of the day, you know, I guess that's why you should always try to live by this mantra, okay? And not let other people, like, stop comparing yourself to other people's success in a negative way, you know? You should really try to compare yourself to yourself. It's probably a little bit more productive. So, okay, maybe he is jealous. That's how it comes off a little bit.
He's so... Oh my god, dude. Ugh, brother.
Imagine I won.
Hey, I don't know. You want to...
Yeah.
I mean, guys, go... apparently, go sub to Dad, you know? Amazon Prime Dad. Let's get it.
Okay.
It's Amazon Prime Dad. That's all that matters at the end of the day, right?
Okay.
Good job, AB, by the way. Apparently, you're crushing it so hard that this dude can't even fucking live straight. Hey, good for you.
For him, I won, but I still have.
Do you think possibly, Dad, that your personality has anything to do with the reason why? Okay, so maybe I'm being too mean. But I mean, what is this? Okay, I'm sorry. I may be too mean. But okay, wait till you see what he says about me.
You know what the problem is, though? It's definitely not me.
Oh, more than you did have.
I do have more. Yeah.
This man just thinks he's just entitled for people to watch him stream. Just why? Like, you have to at least do something that people want to watch. But okay, let's watch what he said about me. And I guess maybe I got to... Here.
Papa Dan has always been in the H3 chat. He's a big fan, so he's hurt to get this treatment. Okay. Maybe. So far, I'm starting to get the idea that maybe Dad is a little jealous of AB's success because he thinks like, oh, I won, I should have gotten a boost. So.
Maybe just posted his Creator Clash video. Did you want to watch it and react to it?
Sure.
Maybe. I don't really care. I'm like so over Creator Clash right now.
Oh, man.
You won, bro. You had a triumphant victory. Everyone was loving it. The entrance was awesome. There was huge dubs for you.
It's like so stressful. H3 audience really made it like not fun and stressful. So I know there's
It was stressful in so many ways.
I know there's people in the H3 audience that are like nice, but there was a lot of lousy crap that I'm like, whatever.
And even after the fight, when it was proven.
Yep.
When
And just
everything
a
was
lot
proven,
of annoying.
I think that's just
people.
stands though, isn't it? And the cult like.
Were people being like mean to him after everything was done or something? Is that what they're referring to? Because I could see that that Ethan's audience was like really busting his shit off even though he won, just being real pieces of shit. Is that what he's talking about?
Talking about that, we were getting kind of riled up. some people were like, I don't think it was a lot. Some people were like, yo, dad played dirty. And by the way, we made it very clear. We're like, listen, that was a legit win. It wasn't dirty. AB was clinching too.
Yeah, we questioned it for a second during the live stream, and we all clearly didn't know the rules. And then as the live stream kept going, we were like, oh, clearly everybody's doing it.
Yeah.
But even before the fight, every comment.
But I guess they casted some kind of doubt that dad might have been cheating or something, and then people ate that up and decided he was cheating. Okay.
That was in support of me. He was responding to. These people had one like, if even, and he's responding saying, oh, you'll see, like, and just, I don't know, he's very defensive.
He's too in the weeds because, I don't know, I usually see lots of overwhelming support and love for dad.
Yeah, our own audience, a lot of people say, I love you, AB, but dad's going to win. It's like, okay, whatever.
Also, it's a competitive sport.
Yeah.
Like, there's going to be trash talking and stuff. Like,
But he's the one that
wants to get into the WWE.
Bro, he's the one that comes to the weigh-in with a picture of AB's grave on his underwear. Like,
yeah,
that's another thing. Yeah, he has merch with my gravestone on it. Like, why do you get to dictate what's a bit?
This bit suffers.
Sounds like this dad guy might be a little too sensitive here, huh?
But unfortunately, the trolls and the mean people have the loudest voices.
Yeah, okay.
That's true.
I mean, it's also just the way the full actual H3 crew reacted. They were like incredibly mean to me.
Grow up, bro.
Dude, they were watching someone they're with every single day of their lives fight.
I'm starting to think that this dad guy's a little too sensitive. The dead girlfriend joke, I don't know what that one is. I should probably look it up. That one still bothers me. You know, but outside of that, this dad guy seems to be a little bit of a piss baby. But
the same thing last year to Brett.
And possibly be very injured.
I was really worried about him.
I was really worried.
And by the way, again, it's like, dude, grow up. I immediately retracted it. We need to play baby time for dad.
Is there a way to look
Dad
that
actually
up?
turned out to be the kid.
Right.
Baby Barnett.
And, you know.
Okay.
I don't know.
It's such a weird situation. Like,
it is. Well, and the only reason listen, he knew that this is what would happen because this always happens. Whenever this started to get tons of traction on our subreddit. And then it becomes a thing. You know.
Okay.
And then Keemstar makes a 3-part documentary about how I destroyed dad's life or something like that. You know.
Okay.
After the fight, when I was saying nice things about them, they were just ignorantly rude and horrible just because I won.
It wasn't that serious.
It's also, I would like to add, we couldn't hear his speech afterwards because we were all talking and texting, and we lowered it because we were trying to figure out what was happening with AB.
Yeah, I was afraid. We thought our friend was dying.
So we weren't blatantly
Is that
ignoring
okay, Dad?
something that was playing. We genuinely didn't hear it happen.
I thought he had ruptured an organ and he was dying, Dad. Is that okay with you?
Okay.
Is that what he's referring to? That we muted after we saw AB get really injured?
That seems to be what he's upset
That's
about.
fucking insane. What the hell? What?
Because all I remember is Ethan tweeting that he was proud of dad and he's a dad fan, and then after when we were on the show on Monday, just saying nice things about him. So, yeah, that must be what he's talking about.
Because I saw he was upset, so I was like, I want to make it clear that dad is family. We like dad. We love dad. But I don't know what he wants me to do beyond. I don't know what
Say it like you mean it, Ethan. What the fuck?
Wants.
Okay. And it was like, all right, this is how you really are. Okay, you weren't like this to Hundar. They didn't act like that to Hundar. They never.
I'm gonna give it till I make it back to Thrall, and then I'll probably stop watching because this is kind of just there doesn't seem to be any relevancy here. It's really just to me reads as just dumb crybaby shit. To be honest with you, it just sounds like. Well, the dead girlfriend thing really bothers me, so I can understand him hating him for that. So if that's the case, then like I get it. But as for the rest, like, okay, Ethan's kind of an asshole. They've dug a little too hard, I guess. But then also this guy was digging just as much back at them. Blah 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 blah.
We talked so much shit on Hundar, and it was playful, and it was fine because Hundar understood that. I mean, he came on the show right after, and it was all good. Zach called him Bitch Boy Brett for like 6 months. He was Bitch Boy Brett on the show. Like, we were always shitting on Hundar.
But again, Hundar. You
got that it was a bit.
Yeah, but you're the one that's talking shit, bro.
Right.
You're the one that's fucking saying his name 10,000 times with the gravestone. Do you not understand? Like, you are engaged in this.
Hundar also redeemed himself. This is stupid, but he walked out to Slayer for his entrance, and it was pretty fucking badass.
Yeah, he won Zach
was
over
badass.
with the Slayer.
Autofocus Productions super chatted $1.99.
Oh, thank you. Thank you, Autofocus
They never
Productions.
invited me on the show. Ethan just kept always saying, "Oh, we gotta get Dad to call in."
Okay, first of all, you are not entitled to be on my show.
Is this a silly criticism? Yeah, I don't know, man. It seems like this guy really wants, like, it does kind of seem like a little bit of a clout chase, man. I was more sympathetic to this dad guy, but now I'm just like, You know, I mean, you're upset that he didn't explicitly invite you onto the show. You could call in, but he didn't invite you to go there on the show. It's like, okay, you know, I guess you're just not popular enough. For me, I would say that, like, if you got invited to call in, why wouldn't you take the call in? You know, if you're so concerned with growing yourself, wouldn't it make sense to be like, okay, I'll take the call in because it could potentially help me grow my content, right? Or do I make no sense? Like, I feel like that makes perfect sense.
Okay. You can come on the show if I want you to come on the show. That being said, we did invite you on the show.
Yeah, it's just, what?
and he said no.
And he's been on the show previously. He's been on this show multiple times.
I don't know if we've said that publicly, but he said he didn't want to come on.
Yeah, you can say it now. I invited him on. He said, and he was scheduled to call in. He was still traveling at the time. And obviously, we
after the fight that we're talking about.
On Monday, AD was here. Dad was still traveling. Of course, we wanted to talk about it on Monday. He was still traveling, so we said, "Dad, call in." He was meant to call in, and then he sent AB a text saying, "You know what? I don't think I want to call in. I guess because he's so upset." So, like, why would you say I didn't invite you, bro? And again, not that I owe you that anyway.
Me on the show. Ethan just kept always saying, "Oh, we gotta get Dad to call in." Hundar was invited.
Dude, you said no. He's acting like it was an empty invite. We literally had 3 people message him to try to get him to call in.
Call in. Hundar was invited on the show to chat and hang out. I wasn't.
Who the fuck is Hundar?
Okay, well, maybe I like Hundar more than you. But that's my right.
Self-fulfilling prophecy too, right? Like,
you know. But that being said, we did invite you.
I guess
That's
so.
the crazy part. We did.
I guess that makes sense. Like, the self-fulfilling prophecy concept is more like you put that energy out that, like, oh, nobody likes me, so then people start to not like you, right? It's like people who don't really have any friends are like, well, nobody likes me anyway, so then they don't really bother trying to develop and build those relationships. So,
you know, I'm entitled to fucking. This is my goddamn show. I can invite Hundar on and you not if I want, but we did invite you. Just to be clear.
I was the one who said call in so that they could do damage control because they were so mean to me.
Damage control, bro.
So mean to me.
I was just trying to be nice. Because, you know, after the first chair fiasco, Dad kind of rubbed me wrong after the whole first chair incident where we were doing this bit, and then he's like, the guys really are mean about the chair thing. And that turned into a whole mini drama.
Wasn't that like well, my understanding is he sent you a chair and you destroyed it. So that sounds kind of mean. I guess I could see why he doesn't like you if you're being a little bit of a meanie head to him. But my thing is that if Ethan was mean to you, why try to like interact anymore? I would be like, yeah, I just thought that was really shitty. I don't want to interact with this person. That makes a little more sense as the way that you would go there, but
so I've been a little bit skeptical.
Okay.
Because they were so mean to me, they had to be nice to me after, and I was never offered to even go on the show.
I mean, it wasn't damage control. It was just we were just trying to be nice. I wanted
just watched my Matt Walsh video. Very informative. Thank you. I appreciate that. Sam.
You know,
why does he keep saying something that's so easily disproven? Like, this is honestly weird. Like him saying they never invited me to go on the show. Like, you know how DMs work, right? Like we have the receipts.
I think he's trying to argue that he didn't get an in-person invite.
He wasn't here on Monday.
He was out of the state.
Yeah.
Is that what it was?
Here. You were here on Monday. God. It's kind of a hot topic.
Okay.
Did you want me to hold my show for you, Dad? As apparently he is the rightful dictator of what should and shouldn't be on our show.
Or offered to even go on the show into the studio. So it's like, all right, dude, you're just trying to cover yourself. And you were like super mean to me this year.
Damn.
For some reason, and you weren't ever like that to Hundar. The whole year last year, they were not.
Who the fuck is Hundar
at all? Like they weren't even like making jokes about me. They're saying F you, and they're just saying straight up insults. No joke at all.
I don't know.
I could probably put like a 30-minute compilation of us talking mad shit on Hundar. Like, you're just wrong. You're wrong.
I don't know what he's talking about. We were saying we were just mean with no punchline.
All I get when I look up Hundar is this big motherfucker and then some dogs. So that's I don't know if he's the dog or the muscular looking guy that looks like he's fighting in Creator Clash. I don't know which one he is. It's hard to tell.
He's the one who was saying he was going to kill AB again. It's God.
After the first chair thing that went kind of sideways, I was like, okay, he's obviously sensitive and stuff, so I'm just going to be straight. I'm not going to do any shtick and stuff. And so I'm not really sure what he's talking about.
And it was just, why am I even like associating with these people that are just like so uncreative and so
uncreative,
just randomly negative?
Hold the phone, Skittles man. Don't call me uncreative. I'll have you know that.
Well, it is kind of true. Same, you can say the same about me. I'm just, it's a little true, you know, like what. Kind of just doing a podcast, talking to people. It's not really super creative thing to do. Same with that, what I'm doing. So
behind this curtain, I was ready to have a doctor finger me in the asshole. Now you want to call me uncreative? I've never seen that on YouTube. Have you?
It's a performance.
Why don't you make that another 20th Skittle commercial? Talk to me about uncreative, Dad. Funger. I got creativity coming out my ass. So bad.
I wish I could get a clip of this, the girlfriend joke, so we could verify.
Doctor to check it on the show live. Thank you. See that UFO? Oh, creative.
Wow, incredible.
Really mean to me.
Also, let's compare his streaming setup to yours, AB. I mean, yours is a lot cooler.
Oh, mine is fucking dope.
That's what I'm saying. You know, there's a reason people like your stream more than his.
Why do people like my stream? It's a terrible background. I don't wonder why.
It was stupid. I was like, this is dumb. I'm not involved with any of this anymore. I'm over it. So that's how I feel right now. I'm like, yep, I won fair. And
we all said that.
Crap they said, I don't even care about moving on. That's where I'm sitting right
The
now.
dead joke at 1:10. Why do you know this on Ethan's Anthony Fantino podcast? Oh my God. That's clutch, but also bizarre that you know that. Oh, wow, what the hell? It's a fucking jump scare. 1:10:50. Why do you know this? What the hell? That's great. I really appreciate that.
Batch.
King Batch, as you know.
Is this the right thing? It must look at this is the right one. Oh, 1:10:50. I didn't go to 1:10:50. Okay, let's start a little earlier.
Of this.
Oh my God.
I got it. Here, someone send this to me. Dude, you're gonna love this. So you watched this. You saw the.
I did watch this, and I'm aware of Dad. Like, you know, I come from an era of YouTube. I remember Dad from.
Yeah, me too. Me too. Man.
You know, honestly, like, truth be told, I would not want to fuck with Dad. Like, Dad.
I would
like,
not get in the ring with Dad.
Knowing his, even at the weight that I am, knowing his background, he's faster than you. You can't keep up with that speed. He's a dancer. He's gonna have
he's
endless
got insane endurance, and
yeah,
also he's
gonna
a little
have
crazy
stamina. Yeah, and he's definitely got a screw loose.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, he came on our show to promote
Hey, you're not right. We're at 1:11:11 and we still haven't seen it.
his fight against Matt, and he was just like,
he's an animal.
My life is a tragedy. I'm fighting for my dead girlfriend. I was like, whoa, dude, I don't want to fuck. Don't fuck with.
Yeah, you don't want a dead girlfriend punch.
No.
Nobody wants a dead girlfriend punch to the face.
No, but I would pity anyone who gets in the ring with him.
Oh my God. Okay.
Dude, that would be a fucking disaster for anybody. Yeah, but anyway, no, I like Matt Watson. He's just
wait. Where's the joke? That sounded like he said that, and then Anthony was like,
"Giant pussy, dude."
Yeah,
that does seem like a little bit of a dramatic guy to say that you're fighting a creator clash for your girlfriend is a little bit interesting. I mean, I love, so, but that was that does seem like that's like a little bit of a trauma dump. You know, not to be rude.
He didn't prep for this.
He didn't prep.
Is this the right podcast? Are we watching the right thing here?
This at all?
Very obviously. Like, geez, the body blows. Like, he's punching so fast,
dude. Dad,
you can't even keep up. Bam, bam-a-lam.
This was the first fight, and I was just like, "What is this?"
He's not defending. He's not even really.
Was that the joke?
Really trying to hit back. Oh,
what? I was like, "What is this?"
Pow.
His comb over blowing in the wind.
Right.
He looks like what iDubbbz will look like in like 20 years. If that was it? I mean, there might be more. It's so hard to collect these, but if that was it, that wasn't really anything. The joke was a little bit in poor taste, but it did give me a chuckle. But it sounded more like Ethan was like, "Yo," we were talking to him, and he was like, "Yo," he told me that he was fighting for his dead girlfriend, and that was like a lot of information. That's what I got out of Ethan's thing. And the guy was like, "Oh, you don't want to fuck with that dead girlfriend energy," which is it's a little edgy, but it's fine. No, like he was defending people getting assaulted in the prank video. I don't know. Do you have another clip to show me? That's totally fine. But that really, if that was it, I don't care. Dad's a little bit of a. If that's it, if you guys want to send me something, if you have more information, that's fine. But that wasn't a thing.
That's where I feel right now. How I feel right now.
Fair enough.
So there you go. Whatever.
Fair enough.
Yeah, this game looks just sick though. This is Clank.
Yeah, Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart.
Is that a multiplayer game or is it all? Oh, it is a multiplayer game.
I think you could co-op it.
Oh damn. Okay, Clanks. Game. Clanks is out there. Rift Apart.
A Rift Apart.
I think I have that game too on my PlayStation. I could turn it on right now if you want me to. I could definitely do it, but I won't.
Shit. And Clank. I gotta look up. I want to.
Mark Mothersbaugh made the soundtrack.
Who's that?
Wow.
He's the main dude from Devo.
I don't know what that is.
Who's that?
I'm with you.
I'll tell you after the show.
He does a lot of it.
Yeah, he does a lot of composing for TV and games and stuff.
Okay.
Thanks for the game recommendation. Pretty good reviews on that too.
I think it comes with the PlayStation Premium Pass, guys, which I do have because I am better than all of you. So just keep that in your stupid head.
I wonder if you could play it on the Steam Deck.
It's like it's a PS5 only.
Oh,
yeah.
That could be good though. I have a PS5. Okay,
Wow.
so something good did come out of this.
There you go.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Right. I'm
Lower a
excited
little
to
more,
play,
Ethan.
Clank and Ratchet.
Wow. Just can't. It's Ratchet and Clank. You have to
About a
know.
rift.
The
Okay.
bit from the beginning. There was supposed to be a chair bit that he straight up purposefully ruined.
Bro, about the fucking chair again. I don't even know how to talk about the chair thing. It's so crazy to me that this chair thing. I'm really.
Yoda's gonna yell at me any second now to be like, "Stop! You're gonna bring in unnecessary drama to your life," which is probably true. But there was a bit that they approved.
Listen, if nobody was posting this on the subreddit, I wouldn't care to respond to it, right?
They talked about behind the scenes when I was gonna do the chair bit, and Ethan decided to completely change the bit and not talk to me or anyone about it. And then I got.
What was the bit? What was the bit in his mind? Do you think? Okay. Super Mega.
A bit of this dick. I got him.
It all started with Hassan going on Super Mega's podcast, right? And they gave him a tiny chair, and it was funny. And then Ethan, as a joke, they sent Ethan a tiny chair, and this was all a Super Mega Hassan H3 thing, right? And then Dad decides, oh, I want to be part of this. I'm going to also send you a chair, and this is going to be the greatest chair ever, right? That's like the bit. But you understand, like, the bit was that they sent this crappy chair, and Ethan acted all offended and destroyed it or shat on it or whatever.
Hold the
right?
phone, though.
Okay.
Because he did not send me some Ethan Allen.
That's what I was about to say.
He sent us a bunch of random crap from Amazon, unassembled.
I'm gonna send it.
Which is fine. And we said we were going to assemble it.
Yeah,
and
we
that's
said we would
fine.
assemble it. I want to say that.
But we didn't know what was arriving.
He said he could do it, or because he was busy with something, or if we could do it if we wanted to. And I asked the crew, and we said, yeah, we could do it.
Yeah, because I thought
it
would be like, an IKEA thing.
Right, but this is where I totally lose the plot
So
here.
I
What
think-
was the bit in his mind?
So I'm pretty sure it was Super Mega offended Ethan.
Right.
And then Dad wanted to send a nice gesture
But it
by
was-
sending
but-
a skinny chair.
Did he not understand that that was a
Okay.
joke, like the Super Mega thing?
Hold on,
You
hold
think
on,
that was
hold
all
on.
real?
Do we have the leftovers of that chair? Because the ingredients included to make this chair was like duct tape, comically rubber human feet, like a torn apart chair. I mean, this thing was objectively like dog shit.
Right, and that's why I'm lost. Like, wasn't the bit that you sent us a crappy chair too? Like,
I think they were like memes on his channel, and that's what made it confusing. Like the duct tape, I guess, is a meme on his channel. There's shit that we didn't understand, so it just looked like.
Still not nice.
about that?
It's not nice.
Yeah, it doesn't. That's what I'm saying.
It's not like he sent me like a GeForce 10,000 gamer chair and I like burned it.
Right. I mean, that would have been.
You think those
obviously-
gaming chairs are comfortable? Because I probably should get a new chair. My chair is very comfortable, but it absorbs a lot of heat. It's like one of those old-fashioned chairs that the old-fashioned people use. I don't know what I'm saying. You get my point. And if you don't, shut up. No, but it's one of like those old office chairs, but it doesn't breathe very well. So when it gets hot out, I don't have central air or anything. So it kind of fucks me up.
A different bit, and then so he sent that, and we talked about it, and then he came to pick it up, right?
This is it. This is what he sent me, you guys. This is what he sent me that was so nice that I was supposed to have reverence and love for.
So who didn't get the bit here, us or Dad?
Hold on, let me go back, and you guys can watch what he says over this picture.
The scenes when I was going to do the chair bit, and Ethan decided to completely change the bit and not talk to me or anyone about it. And then I got forced into doing
treat my office how it treats me. I'll just go buy a fucking toilet bowl then. How's that?
Weird chair bit he started, which started the whole relationship with me and them off on the wrong foot. And
let me go back a little further. We talked about how nice the chair is.
Fair enough.
So there you go. Whatever.
By the way, my intention with that was to set him up for like a nice little riff tit for tat. Like I was gonna cloud him up. We were having like this whole chair feud. I did a whole segment on the show about it for him.
Right.
I didn't ask him to send me a fucking chair. You know what I mean? He's just like, hey, yo, include me in your show. And I'm like, okay, cool, let's do it. Like he's not fucking entitled to. Oh, this is from an hour ago. So
No.
Hey, yo, include me in your show, Ethan. I wonder if I would have been on Ethan's show if I didn't get my TikTok banned. And would that have been a good thing though? You know what I mean? Like, is that the person that I really want to be on the internet? Because I don't know. I got like I got that viral video that had like 2 million views or 3 million views on TikTok and another million on Instagram, and it makes me feel weird because it was kind of like shitty. It was too edgy for me, like the joke, and I'm like, damn, this is the content I used to make consistently, and it just made me unhappy. The audience I was like procuring, and it's like, is that how I would have been on there? Like some asshole, just edgy. I like edgy jokes, but it's just like TikTok's something else, man. People are just, some of these kids need a spanking. They need their dad to give them a little spanking. You know what I mean?
Yeah, this chair. This is the chair he's talking about.
Ethan ruined the bit from the beginning. There was a chair bit that he straight up purposefully ruined.
Bro, this chair.
Like, stop. You're gonna bring
illusion. This is where I start to just not even be mad, but just like what's going on here?
A bit that they approved, they talked about behind the scenes when I was going to do the chair bit. Ethan decided to completely change the bit and not talk to me or anyone about it. And then I got forced into doing this weird chair bit he started, which started the whole relationship with me and them off on the wrong foot.
I suppose he wanted me to sit and with reverence and love for this incredible chair, which couldn't even support my weight.
Yeah,
it breaks if you sit in it. So like, what am I as an entertainer supposed to make of this chair? And again, I guess he came and built it, right? He sent us all these separate fucking things from like an Amazon order and expected us to know how to build this for him.
Even if he had instructions, it's just again like that's fine. But like, what he says like there was communication about this beforehand, and we decided to change the plan. Like, what in his mind were we supposed to like praise this chair and be like, oh, this is the greatest thing ever?
The bit didn't really make sense. I think we got a little confused. Actually, if you go back into the episode, we're a little confused about what's going on. And after the fact, he then did a live stream where he said a bunch of stuff, talking bad, and then you reached out to him, I believe, Ethan. I believe you guys talked about it, and he's like, "Oh, I didn't know it was gonna go that way, but I guess now, yeah, we can just play it up. I want to play it up like I'm the sad."
Oh yeah, he told me it was a bit.
Yeah,
I was like, "Bro, are you seriously upset about this?" And he's like,
So it sounds like he actually got upset at some I don't even care the specifics. I mean, this is just filler at this point. And then the dad guy's like, "Oh, you weren't being serious? Well, let's just make it a bit." This is like a little obsessed with like it does give me those little bit of cloudy vibes, you know, a little crazier.
Like, no, it's just a bit, but I was just doing a bit but people took it the wrong way and they ruined it. But he's actually not doing a bit then or now.
But
yeah,
right. So you even tried to address it with him privately, and he deflected and what? Either he's lying then or he's lying now.
Well, and then also before we went on this live here today, I once again wanted to reach out to him personally to ask him what's the deal, and he unfollowed me on Twitter. So he's pissed.
Hold on.
And you know, again, like both times I tried to work it out with him behind the scenes. This time too, he just unfollowed me.
There's like it's
which means I can't message him.
It's my sources.
But yes, this really should be in the.
Is that equal? Is that even?
Where's all the crown jewels at?
Tower of London.
Oh, it's in the Tower of London?
I think.
That was in some museum.
The Tower of London is basically a museum, I believe.
Yeah.
This belongs in the Tower of London.
Yes.
With all the greatest gems humanity has ever unearthed.
Told you.
The fact that this fair chair, a testament to the peak of human engineering,
I think it's good.
was disrespected by me, is a crime punishable by death.
I'm dreaming of my next tucker.
Okay. Got it.
What would you think if you got this chair? You were meant to do with it.
I don't know.
Especially when it's a follow-up.
I think my wife would hit me if I brought a chair home like that, you know, because she's abusive. No, I'm just kidding. But no, she would be like, "That's not going in the house," you know.
And to Super Mega also sending a crappy chair. Like, it felt like a continuation of that joke, no?
To be honest, Super Mega 27's chair was cooler, was better, was nicer.
And correct me if I'm wrong. So he sent us all the stuff, and we talked down the show, and we're like, "Dad, what the fuck? Why'd you send us all the stuff?" And like play it up, like, what are we supposed to do with all this?
Yeah.
And then he came here, right, Maybe? To pick up the stuff so that he could assemble it.
Yes.
And so when he came here, that was my first time meeting him in person. I walked right up to him, introduced myself. I was happy.
Do I think Teddy Fresh steals most of their designs? No, I don't. I think that Ethan or Hila, whoever owns the business, employs people to create particular designs and find particular designs, and some of them probably under some kind of deadline or lack of creativity or laziness might sometimes pull designs that they shouldn't be. But I don't think that Ethan intentionally does like any stuff like that. I think it's like kind of like a nothing burger, you know. So
happy to see him legitimately because we had talked to him a bunch, and I said to him, you know, this is all just like a joke, right? We're just like fucking around. He was fully in on the fact that it's like pro wrestling. We were like playing it up. And by the way, we knew AB was fighting Dad.
Are you kidding me? Like pro wrestling is real. Don't do that, okay?
At that point, but it wasn't publicly known, and so it was all kind of building up towards this rivalry. No,
we knew that far back. I don't remember.
When he came to the office, we did.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
So when you're like, hey, you know this is just a joke, right? Was after he had was venting on Twitter about what an asshole I am.
Oh,
I don't think so.
I don't know why you need
I forget that part. I just know that, you know, obviously on the show we were like leaning into this
Twitter's
like, Dad, what the fuck, why'd you do this? So I wanted to make it clear when it came in that like we're just fucking around, and I did.
We shot him in
some
a
of
video.
their fabrics from designers. I get that too. I heard them talk about that. Yeah,
like everyone was being mean to him.
Right,
like,
and then that was the day we shot that video where he came to pick it up, and we were like, Dad, what the fuck? I mean, we have that footage. He's like completely in on the joke. He's laughing with us, like when we cut and everything. It's like,
and he after even suggest be meaner to me here, right?
Yeah, he said yeah, be meaner to me at this point.
He says push me down the stairs or something, right?
Right. So like that'd
be funny.
What's next? He does like, push me down the stairs.
Right, and at that point, it seemed like it was all good. Like it all came out of left field.
And and when he did that live stream the first time, we were talking about, well, do we want to bring this up then? And we didn't want to, bring him any hate. We're just like, no, talk to him privately. And you guys supposedly figured it out, but now he's doing this again. So it's wild to me.
Damn.
I think he's going back to the first thing he got mad at me about that I thought we figured out, and he said no, it's all a bit. And now
why was Ethan so scared and stuttering hard and did no research when he tried to debunk it? Oh, it's probably laziness, because I watched that bit too. It's probably being lazy. He's like, that's not true, and then he just came unprepared. And then he also has Tourette's, so he probably just didn't know some stuff. He should have came with with his information, but I don't think that makes him guilty. I think it makes him like lazy. But same, is what it is.
He's back. I knew it wasn't a bit then. It was too real. Is this all a bit? Is this all a bit?
Usually people promote fights with fake beefs before the fight.
Right.
Yeah,
Right.
not
That's true.
I mean, it's not very funny to like demean his opponent after
His
the fight.
friend.
That's just corny.
Yeah, I
as
mean,
hell.
it sucks. I go to a very serious gym.
Hey,
I
that's
felt like I was,
just the next Conor McGregor. Woo!
like even lucky to be there because I was the least talented there, and they still worked with me. And I feel like I let so many people down, and it sucks. It sucks to lose. Other fans, I felt horrible. They drove all the way from Michigan. Some, even further, drove to come see me, and I gave them one round. I felt horrible about that. So for him to say shit like I didn't take it serious, it's just like,
well,
it's
AB,
fucked
you
up.
didn't apologize to the most important person affected.
Right.
Dad.
Okay.
Right.
Well,
As you were dying there of a ruptured liver, you should have crawled over to Dad as he hopped on the ringside ropes and begged for his forgiveness. You should have kissed his feet and said, Dad, with my dying breath, I have this to say to you. Forgive me.
I'm sorry about your dad passing away. Yeah.
Please forgive me.
Damn.
Say anything about it because I was just trying to go along with whatever was happening. But Ethan, in my opinion,
With that, it was still too early.
It was no one knew I was fighting him. It was 9 months before it was ever going to be.
Who's the person he's talking to? Who's this stinky goober? Who's this silly woman? Blech. I almost threw up saying woman because I'm such a male right activist. Ugh,
Announced that AB and I.
Bro, we were doing like a whole plot line. It was gonna be great for you. It was gonna be so good for you.
Again, this guy wants to be in the WWE.
That's a little bit of a weird thing to say. The whole we're gonna do this whole plan. I wonder because I don't know. Sometimes people will be like, "Oh, you betrayed me, so I was gonna do something with you if you didn't fuck with me." So I wonder if they're actually gonna do something with him, or if they're just saying that now to kind of make him feel like an asshole, a little bit. But
So butter. Yeah,
I don't understand. Like, have you ever watched wrestling? Do you know what a heel is?
yeah, I'm wondering where my free sweatshirt is from like Teddy Fresh. I have one, but I don't really wear it because it wasn't free. I paid for it, and then he reached out and said, "Oh, if you want a free one, back in my TikTok days, I'll get it for you." I was like, "All right, cool, bro." I never asked though, but where is it, pussy? You know what I mean? Fuck. What fucking quest is this?
You're playing a heel, but then getting upset when people are treating you like a heel.
I love the idea of him like behind the scenes getting super mad about bits out on WWE. Yo, I want to say, bro, that was super mean what you said to me out there. And I know like you're doing shtick, but honestly, dude, that really hurt my feelings. Can you imagine what their reaction?
I were fighting, and he just started being randomly rude to me. And people were like, "Wait, why are you being mean to Dad? I thought Dad was a friend of the show." So because of Ethan, because he's, in my opinion, an actual crappy person. I used to like him. I used to defend him.
Maybe.
And
I'll be fine without you defending me, Dad.
And you know what? Can I just say, while he's saying that, the reason you could have wrote out on him a long time ago. We got the footage, we got the text, but you didn't want to put his ass on blast like that. You were protecting him by taking all that heat because it was weird for you not to be able to just acknowledge it publicly why this makes no fucking sense. And it sort of seems like you took advantage of that.
See, a lot of people don't like Ethan, and that's totally fine. You don't
Oh, come on, Charlie, you do? Damn. Oh, damn, no, not Dad.
I mean, Ethan isn't like the most likable. Ethan is kind of an asshole, but like I guess same, right? But whatever.
Among the ranks of the fallen fans.
Oh, now I must defend Ethan Klein.
Oh no, I don't have to. No.
I have to do that.
Oh shit, not the quartering. And you guys know that listen. It's not easy for me to let someone say that kind of shit about me and just let it slide. But I did.
Yeah.
It's not easy.
Because I'm fucking crazy like that. You guys know.
That's nice.
And even now I'm showing a little bit of restraint.
Trust me, I know.
Come on, Ethan. Talk about his dead girlfriend. Let me hear it. Stop showing restraint. Make it a shit show. Make it fun. I'm just kidding. That's terrible.
We could pull the receipts, but that's just petty. It's silly. Could pull the footage of you laughing, asking the guys to push you down the stairs.
Yeah, Ethan does owe me merch. So 3X bitch. Like, where is it, you stupid fuck? Okay. Like, I can't, like, this asshole probably doesn't do it because he doesn't want to associate with me because of Hassan. Because Hassan doesn't like me. Which, same, right? But also, I don't know if I would ever really desire to be within any real proximity of Ethan. Just to be real with you. I mean, I'm sure it would give me like followers or whatever, but I feel like I'm at a point where I for the most part, just want to be left alone. I don't really talk to anybody anymore. I just gotta I just don't know if people on the internet, like content creators, are capable of being friends with each other, because you have like this weird attention dynamic, and so I kind of prefer to stick to myself and my house and my wife and my family and stuff. And you know, it's because when it comes down to like relationships, I think we all know that like it's hard for successful people to find true love. I know. Have you ever loved? Right. Because you don't know if they want to be with you for the money or fame or whatever. The same thing I think there's with like friends and stuff too. And I'm not saying anybody ever clout rode off me. I'm saying that it creates a interesting dynamic. That it's just like it's difficult and stressful to just like to try to decipher the level of genuinity, and yeah, I'm just trying to hit a straight vibe. Dude. Stop hitting me, bro. What the fuck?
That's stupid. It's silly. It's petty. We don't need to do that. I could pull the text messages that you sent me at 3 a.m. threatening my family. No, I'm just kidding.
Damn.
That didn't happen. Anyway, yeah, he says I'm a crappy person. It's like, come on, dude. Seriously?
And I used to like him. I used to defend him. Actual crappy person. And I used to like him. I used to defend him. And I was like, all right,
Damn.
I get why people complain about him now.
Oh, he's a totally fallen fan, man. He's like, I'm with the haters 100% now. I get it. They was right the whole time.
Frankly, the only reason I don't like Ethan is because I stand with Trisha Paytas. I'm awaiting the return of Trisha. I cannot wait for her to come back and make the rounds, because she is my queen. Okay? How is this thing still running as fast as me when I fucking put a hamstring on it? This is ridiculous. Kill it, you pussy. I'm waiting for my queen to return. I'm waiting for her to open up her OnlyFans again to make it free. Which she sometimes would used to do for deals, because I looked at it before. That's what I'm waiting to make frenemies too with Trisha. That will be my life's calling. I will give up my streaming career to do a frenemies too. But we can't call it frenemies. We can't say like friend enemies, because that's taken. So we'd have to do enemy friends. So we'll just call it M&Ms. There you go. Enemies and friend. We'll call it M&Ms, but we'll spell it EMENIENDS. M&Ms. Does that make sense? Does that work for you guys? Does that track? I don't know.
Keemstar, my DMs are open, baby.
This was being really unnecessarily mean to me because he thought it was a funny bit, but yet no one knew why. And the bit for the chair was a completely different thing. It was a nice gesture from me.
Okay, let me open the chair again. Hold on. Okay, there it is. Here he goes. This wonderful gesture
for the chair was a completely different thing. It was a nice gesture from me.
Nice gesture.
The joke was Dad was trying to be nice because
I got a nice gesture. I'm not going to stand up and grab my balls, but that's what I would have done if I was going to commit to the joke.
It was mean. It was mean to Ethan. I'm trying to send a funny, innocent, kind gesture, sending this chair. He twisted it to make it so that he could start hating on me, and it made no sense. It was the dumbest bit ever because there was no reason for us to be feuding, and that was the beginning of a disastrous
How you doing, brother?
back and forth between stage 3.
There was no back and forth. I mean, it was just you being a dick.
Whoa.
And me trying to calm things behind the scenes,
Trying to calm things.
But now we got a back and forth. Oh, there's not going to be any back and forth. I just want to address this once. Okay. But just let me know if you want this to go to the London Tower or the Versailles, any major museums. If you have any takers, let me know.
What is the "Have you ever loved" meme? I don't really want to explain it because it's tied to like a lot of like actual, not to be cringe, it's a crazy conversation. You can watch my last conversation with Dennis Noodler. It's on my old main channel, so like the Papa Gut Archive is what it's called now. But at one point, I was having a conversation about how he kind of mocked just a little bit of a traumatic situation that was associated with me. And at one point, I tried to do an appeal to emotion as a man who loves love, and I said, "Have you ever loved before?" And then people started memeing me for it. So I was like, it was. I mean, when you retract and look at it, it's a little funny. But that was a very raw, real moment for me, And I never got the answer to that question. And that's a real fucking question, bro. It's a real question. You know, because if you never loved before, I don't think that you can be a complete person. There's nothing motivates you in life like love and cum. You know, it's incredible stuff. It's beautiful.
You know, I'll send it to them. Understand this is a collectible, highly prized. The nicest thing anyone's ever done for me, frankly.
That's nice.
As a person who prides themselves on
wait.
and feud.
Okay, hold on.
Hopefully,
is this for real? Is this real? Okay, so this I guess makes sense. This is King Charles. It's a replica of his chair. That makes sense. Okay,
beautiful.
So maybe I was disrespectful. Okay.
That makes sense.
I'm sorry. I apologize. That's my bad.
And WWE style beefs.
Okay, this is my favorite part.
I do.
This is
and feuds and WWE style beefs.
WWE.
That's like what I do.
It's what he does.
WWE professionally with Dolph Ziggler. Ethan is just kind of an idiot, and
this man is.
He knows Dolph Ziggler. I know of that name from wrestling. Okay.
This is what he does. It's who he is.
That's what I do.
So fuck me, I guess, for getting that wrong.
Himself only and does not make other people look good.
Dolphin Zigglerelli. Is that
Oh,
Italian?
Hila's pissed now. Hila said there's no chat, but I want to leave a comment. She said, how dare he say Ethan's a crappy person? Can you say that? I'm pissed hearing that.
They better fear Hila.
Thank you, Hila. Actually, Hila, you're the great. Thank you. I love you. I agree. It was kind of shocking, but
Stay down, fucking baby.
you pissed off Hila now, dude. You're crazy going that route, boy.
Don't mess with me.
Mm-mm.
Why is she saying this? Like, what is that sound clip from? It's just silly. It's funny. Yeah, stop running away, you fucking pussy. Jesus Christ. Wild.
Thank you, Hila. I love you so much. You're so beautiful. It's stunning, and the photos you did yesterday are awesome. Thank you. And you're about to give birth to another beautiful third child, and I'm so excited and proud of you. By the way, she's not pregnant yet. It's not an announcement. Hila said I interpreted the chair bit exactly the same as Ethan. Yeah, I mean, I saw the whole thing.
That's from a video game they worked on? Wow. Okay. That's interesting.
Playing out. It was
for Payday.
For me,
okay.
I saw it all. I was like, yo, I'm going to hook that up. It's going to be a great bit.
Yo, stop running. Oh
Anyways, I'll stop talking about it because I'm like going to just start rambling. So, so H3, whatever, dude. I know the audience is nice, but Ethan is pretty stupid in my opinion.
Ooh,
and no one ever
got
tells him that because he's the
him.
boss, and they have to just.
They tell me that all the time, dude. I wish they'd say it less. I wish they'd say it less. AB, we had a meeting yesterday, and AB goes, listen, dude, I got to break it to you. You have to stop using ChatGPT too much on the show.
He's right.
After I said that, I was like, please let someone fucking back me up. And thankfully, Dan backed me up. But I mean,
No, I went into it. And
What the hell are they using ChatGPT for?
I would back you up on it.
GP's up.
I get called an idiot by these guys daily.
And I think it's awesome that we have a workplace where you're open to letting your play shit on you all the time. So thank you.
Idiot. Don't push it. Don't push.
Don't push.
No, I'm kidding. I'm a radical communicator. I appreciate people who speak frankly and openly. Because then, how else are you supposed to know anything? I don't want to be surrounded by yes men who don't fucking tell me when something, you know what I mean? It's wrong.
Let me speak.
Exactly. I don't want you to sound like that, AB.
It's pretty stupid in my opinion.
I think I put
And
this
no
low
one
too
ever
low
tells him
now.
that because he's the boss, and they have to just make everything better for him and let him say stupid things.
Why do you presume to know so much about what happens here? Like, whatever. Fake ass fan. Fake fan dad.
Dude. Damn.
Act like he didn't do anything dumb. When he's
Can we
actually-
watch something else?
Is he talking about
We will. We're almost done with this. I kind of want to ride it out, you know? Why not? We're playing World of Warcraft. We're going to finish this, okay? And then we'll watch something else. You can watch me rip my ball hair out of my fucking scrotum or something, which is a real thing that I've done in front of my wife before, and she gets very upset. One day, I was just kind of down there, and I grabbed some of my nut hair from under my balls that was like in that gooch area almost. It was like the bridge between balls and the gooch, and I grabbed it. I said, baby, look what I could do. And she was in the toilet because, you know, we're married, so we shit together and stuff. And I grabbed my nut hair, and I just pulled it out, and I showed it to her. She's like, what the fuck? You know, she's not afraid of my testicle hair, but I think that she's afraid of the raw power that I possess to be able to tear my nuts out of my nut hair out. So, what? It's just, don't be, are you afraid of it as well? It sounds like you're also afraid of it. So.
Chair thing, he thinks that everybody... whatever.
He has to take responsibility for his actions every once in a while.
I'm a god.
Yeah.
Anyway.
God of balls.
The only thing I think he may be referring to is because after when we were texting, I was like, oh yeah, sorry, I didn't know it was going to go like that, but yeah, it just kind of happens on the show. But that was because I did tell him that we would build it, and then when we got it, it was like, what the fuck is this? But that's the only angle I could think he's referring to.
I was doing improvisation.
Yeah.
I was riffing. I was raffing.
I just didn't want him to think like, yeah, I intended on fucking with him, but
I don't know. I was riffing and I was raffing, brother. And so that's that. So I just want to address this one time. Don't give Dad a hard time, you know. But
Rice Gum lost his kid? Like what? Like a mall? What do you mean?
What can I do?
Yeah, you have to. And like at first I was angry. That's why I was telling him, all right, you think I didn't get training? Let's go spar wherever you want at first. But then after like seeing more of the footage, I kind of felt, I don't know, something's not right. So I wish him the best. And yeah,
he's going through something, I guess.
Yeah.
But like the ironic part was like I'm
okay. Sorry. Damn, that's horrible. Why would you say that he lost his kid instead of saying that his wife had a miscarriage? Why would you put me in that position? Why would you do that? That's horrible. That's not funny. I'm just like fucking thrown aback because I didn't think. Why would you say it like that? Jesus, that's terrible. I feel bad. My God, it's your fault though. That's your fault.
Still am excited to watch him fight again. He's an interesting fighter, and now that he's not up against you, obviously it'd be a lot more enjoyable experience. I don't have to worry about you dying, which I thought you were. But I mean, good luck in your boxing career, and I will be watching, Dad, to your next fight.
Okay.
I don't know about the WWE future, though. I gotta say, probably not the best protocol in terms of handling beef. Thank you.
Could he possibly be doing all this to get on the Keemstar card or something?
I don't know. Is he that? Well, Keemstar would hire him anyway. He doesn't need to do anything. Keemstar's desperate as shit.
He's probably on the phone with him right now.
What's that?
He's probably on the phone with him right now.
Keem's called his ass
yeah,
up.
Keem called him already. He's
So
like, hey man,
true.
I was just watching the show. Fuck
No,
that,
I mean,
you
go
can
with Keemstar. Shit, I don't know. I mean, if he does something good for your career, good. Keemstar, his promotion company has that one guy I love, Salt Poppy.
Yeah.
I love that guy, man. He's awesome, and he's signed with Keemstar's promotion company for some fucking reason.
Bitch.
Wow, but
that's surprising.
No,
it's very surprising. But
Take
okay,
my shit.
if he could do something for you, then God bless. Obviously, I can't do anything for you. Don't harass Dad. Leave Dad alone. We're all just going to look forward to his next fight and wish him all the best.
Okay.
This is my obligation to respond.
Did I see the Wings versus Biggie trailer? No.
I still love Dad and it's David Dobrik.
Sounds like it'll be
It's
cringe.
only one thing about David Dobrik. I'm not mad. I'm just disappointed.
That sounds fucking. I love that. Do I sound like him?
Close.
Yeah.
Sounds kind of like me this whole stream as I'm like trying not to throw, like I'm trying to cough.
All right, bring the chat back.
Okay. Hopefully you're
you guys
not
are off
hearing it,
timeout.
though.
Now,
I'm trying to
after
mute it.
talking about Dad, now let's go laugh on Steven Crowder's crumbling life.
Speaking of Dad.
Yeah, speaking.
All right. Good. We're done with that. We're done with that. Okay, cool segment, I guess. It's interesting. Something to talk about.